Hello everyone, welcome to the Comic and Movie Show. My name is Sean, and today I'm here to, give you a little prelude. Now, earlier today, a bunch of reviews of the Logan movie came out, and it is getting gravitating reviews. It is getting great reviews. Hell, even IGN gave it a 9.7, which is like ridiculous from them. I mean, they gave Civil War like an 8.0 and gave, so like, you know, but to get a high score from those guys, yeah, like Winter Soldier like an 8.9. Like, to get a high score from those guys is a big deal. And to get a high score from every single person. Jeremy Johns gave it an awesome tackler. Chris Stuckman, I think, gave it an A- or a B+. One or the other, so that's a high score from him. The guys on Collider gave it high scores. Just about everywhere I looked on, like, it was all on spoiler free because they can't release the spoiler version yet until the movie's about like a day before the movie comes out. But all the spoiler free reviews I've seen, the Rotten Tomatoes scores is at 98 right now, and from what I'm hearing, because I've looked around a bit, it's probably gonna tail off at like a 92 or 92 or 3. So from what I can tell, man, this movie seems like it's gonna be great. I'm hearing a bunch of this is the Wolverine movie that we always wanted to have. So today I figured that I had some time on my hands because I just got off of work and not doing anything. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go into because Wolverine is my personal favorite superhero of all time. Like, I love him. Mark will back me up on this in the comment section. He is awesome. So it's so happy to me to hear people say that this is the Wolverine movie that everyone wanted to see, because now it just raised my level from to this. But then I started to think about it. And I'm like, you know what? Why am I not more excited for this movie? I love Wolverine. It's Seth. I love you, Seth. I love you like a brother. We created this thing together. But man, every time me and Mark bring this movie up, you just you just chop the legs from under us with your just sarcastic and just non-enthusiastic glare of this movie, and it just and I kept thinking to myself, I'm like, why am I not more excited for this movie? It's because of Seth. And it's not until I heard all these reviews, it's not until I started to think about it and I looked at the trailer again and I said, you know what, I'm pumped for this movie. This movie might be, believe it or not, this movie might end up being my first perfect 10. So anyways, now that I went through that little, soliloquy of what I needed to say about why I'm making this video, I'm making this video because I want to go into the reasoning why Wolverine is awesome, why Wolverine is one of the best characters that, comic book characters, and why you should be excited for this movie, because if they ever hit on any of these things in this movie at all, you'll understand, and you'll have because I feel like because I'm hearing it's going to have an emotional impact. And after you watch this video and see why, it might have that kind of emotional impact, because I'll get into it. I'll come back to it later. But first of all, I'm going to start off by saying why I personally think Wolverine is the best comic book character of all time, which is plain and simple. It's because he has been through so much. It's the fact of the matter is, there's not a single comic book character in the mainstream at all who has been through as much, like, mentally and emotionally as Wolverine, especially from the jump. Like, yeah, okay, boo-hoo, Barry's mom died, boo-hoo, freaking Batman lost his parents, boo-hoo, Tony Stark lost his parents. It's like, kind of boo-hoo, Daredevil lost his dad, because Wolverine murdered one of his dads, saw one of his dads murdered in front of him, got disowned by his mother, and his mother abruptly committed suicide because she was being accused of, being a witch or something for having a son like that. That is his origin. That is what happened to his parents. And he didn't even know what the fuck was happening when it happened. Like, it wasn't like some random mugging. It wasn't like, oh, bad luck. No, it's like, what the fuck? Even if he was normal, his dad just came and shot his dad. Some guy just came and shot his dad, and it turns out that's his dad. That is some traumatic shit. That's the beginning of his life. And then it just gets more traumatic after that. He loses a wife. The first woman he falls in love with dies. Second woman he falls in love with marries, gets raped and murdered, dies. I mean, it is so much shit that happens to this man. I mean, he has lost so many people. He has lost so many families. He has lost so many. It's just that's what kind of makes me like Wolverine, is because no matter how much he loses, No matter how much he's been through, no matter how much life shits on this man, he just keeps on persevering. And the thing is, the tropes that Seth loves to bring up, like the bub and the smoking cigars and the bad boy attitude, that a lot of people like to go like, oh, whatever. Nowadays, it's like, no, he invented those. And not only did he invent those, the reason that it works for him is because there's so much pain behind it that you buy. He's like that person so that he can cover up for being, fucking in pain all the time. I love the line in the first X-Men movie when Rogue asks him, like, does it hurt every time you pop your claws? Yeah, every time. Every time. It's all about pain. It's all about persevering through that pain. It's all about, dealing with shit and just moving past it. That is Wolverine in a nutshell. He's dealing with shit and moving past it. Plus, there's just so many more cooler things. That's just like the inside part of why I think he's the most awesome character. But then, I'm a Marvel fan, and the fact of the matter is, he is steeped in Marvel lore. The man was a Howling Commando with Captain America in World War II. The man was a founding member of S.H.I.E.L.D. and one of the few people Nick Fury absolutely trusts. The man was a member of the Avengers, recruited by Captain America personally. Captain America basically begged him to join the Avengers. The man was a member of the Fantastic Four, recruited by Reed Richards, just in case anything happened to Ben Grimm, picked him out particularly. He was a horseman. He was a horseman. He was a member of the Yakuza. He's fought in every war. Like not every war, but he's fought in every war. He's fought in World War II, World War One. Vietnam, Tropic Thunder, all of it. I mean, all of it. Even Black Ops shit that you don't even know about. He's done it all. He was a member of the X-Force with Deadpool in them. There's nothing that Wolverine. There's nothing he really hasn't done, and I love the simplicity of him. He's just so simple. The simplicity of he has claws and a healing factor and super senses. That's all he needs, though. It is it. You don't have to make it more complicated than that. And he's one of the most badass characters ever created. I mean, just the image of him popping his claws and ripping into people is badass enough. And I hope and I'm hearing they're gonna hit this in the new Logan movie. But above all else, he is an X-Men. He is an X-Men. He's the premier X-Men. He's the X-Men you think about when you think of the X-Men. Granted. The only problem with Wolverine is he has a Batman flaw. The Batman flaw, which is he casts a shadow over the entire group that he's part of. Because, let's face it, everyone's talking about Batman in Justice League. Nobody cares about Superman or Green Lantern or Flash. It's Batman. It's Batman. I'm sorry. Like when Batman's in the Justice League, you're really looking at Batman. Like, yeah, you got people like Idris and Seth who are looking at Green Lantern and Flash, which is awesome. I'm happy that I'm happy that they'll get to see their characters, interact. But let's face it, the rest of the world just cares about Batman. And generally speaking, in the X-Men shows and movies, that's how it is in the X-Men shows. There are good characters like Storm and Cyclops and, other characters like Professor X and whatnot, but you really just think about Wolverine and then Professor X and then the rest. Like, it's really the totem pole of your mindset, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is because he's popular for a reason. He's not just popular because of Bub. I hate when fucking Seth says that. I want to jab him in the neck, but he's not popular because of that. He's popular because he's an awesome character, and he's finally getting his just due. He's been portrayed by Hugh Jackman for years. Hugh Jackman's been doing a great job for years. So I can't wait for this Logan movie. I hope it captures what Wolverine's all about, because it looks like it's going to, which is why the more I look at those trailers and I think about all these things that I do know about Wolverine, I go, oh yeah, this is capturing that beaten, broken old man who's been through a shit ton of stuff and just can't go anymore. It just can't go. So, oh man, I can't wait for this movie. Please tell me below, who's your favorite superhero? I'm just telling you my favorite superhero right now. Who is your favorite hero? Are you looking forward to this Logan movie? Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please, Mark or Seth, like, comment, and subscribe on this too. And I will see you in the next one.